Steve asked me, have you ever made contact with the clans in your area? Steve, the answer to that one is yes. We have quite a few interactions, especially at our when we're doing our nighttime excursions. We've also had interactions with them in the daytime. So both times, yes, we've had. He also asked us, do they know you from other humans? If yes, can you explain how they know our research team from others? The answer to that one, Steve, is definitely yes. They do know who we are. There's a word called trust. And each group, it took us a long time to gain their trust. Usually this process, it could take anywhere from a year plus. Now, the first group, we were starting to get their trust. This was at the point of about a year and a half on researching on them. They started to get a little bit closer to us, but really still kind of holding back. This second group that we're researching on right now, they don't have a problem with it. Now, this group we've been studying for 4 years. They know who we are, yes they do, and they trust us. And yes, they knew the difference between us and somebody else. They would know the difference. And Steve asks me one more question. He says, because of my military background, do you have any connections that allows you and your team into secret Squatch preserves? The answer to this one, Steve, is I don't talk much about my military background. Very few people know my military background except for my close associates. And I kind of like keeping it that way. Is this any kind of a Squatch preserve? No, it's not. No, it is not. So, Steve, thank you for your questions. Excellent. And I have another one. I got one more. And this as well is a heck of a good questions. Good questions. There's several here. And this is from one of our favorite viewers, Don Redleaf. How you doing, Don? Long time no hear from, bro. I'm glad to see you're still around, brother. I'm going to go ahead and answer your questions for you. So Don asked me, have you noticed or found that Sasquatch prefers to be at certain elevations? And does it change throughout the year? The answer to that one, Don, you will find Squatches at different elevations. Say here, for instance. Now, the second group, right, where we're researching on the second group, elevation here is about 5,200 feet. Okay. I have another activity area up higher, around 6,000 to 7,000 feet. Is there a particular preference for this? No, not really. Usually what we found out in our own research is that they're in these particular areas because this is basically, they call home, wherever they basically hang their hat at. And usually when they find it home, they've already done the homework on foraging and such. The availability of food is the most important, and water. Those are the two very most important, food and water. He also asked me, and do you notice any type of changes in their behavior at certain times of the year? The only one time of the year you will find that there is a change in their attitude, and it's a time of year where they get pretty aggressive. And what I had found out through our research is this: those particular months starts in October through November. I came up to the conclusion that this is the time of season for mating. Okay? This is the time of season for mating. You will hear a lot of male Sasquatches getting very extremely vocal. They use a lot of vocalization in this time period. And what they're looking for is a female. They also will have a change of attitude. Let's for say if you happen to be in a particular part that they call that they consider that's their territory. Well, now you become an invader. They do watch you, believe me. You can't see them, but they're watching. They're watching your demeanor. Kind of like say, what are they doing here? What are they up to? Kind of, you know what I'm saying? And they study you. And basically what they're looking at in reality is if you mean them any harm or not. And if it turns out if they are extremely territorial, they're going to get very aggressive at you. Now, say for instance, about 10-15 minutes ago, we had one of them over here throwing rocks at us. He's not meaning to hurt us. They know who we are. Now this group is they're pretty intelligent. They like playing mind games with you. They're kind of fun to interact with. This group is. They really are. They've never meant any harm towards us whatsoever at any given time in the last 4 years. And one more, he asked me, are they aggressive towards you and your team? Say like when they're hunting for meat or foraging for food? No, they have never been totally outright aggressive towards us. Not at all. Now and then they'll throw things at us just to get your attention. And not only that, sometimes they'll purposely go from say like one tree to the next, and they'll pick like a little open area so you get a quick look at them real quick. It's like a flash. Okay? And usually what they're doing is that they're behind the other tree and they're like this, and they're just peeking around that sucker about like that. And they like playing little mind games. So, Don and Steve, I hope I answered your questions. Now, before I hang this up, because me and Garland's going to have to get back to work. Now, there's one more thing I need to talk about. And I got a phone call last night. From Garland, who got a phone call from our sponsor. They told me there was something on the internet on YouTube that I should take a look at. And I'm just going to set this down right here, right now. Okay. Anyway, so they told me about this video that's on YouTube. Okay? And they said it was produced by somebody who calls himself Para Breakdown. I got on my laptop last night and I said, I'll check this puppy out and see what it's about. Well, I found it and I watched it. I think it was something like 3-4 minutes long. Okay. After I viewed it, I sat back in my chair like this. And the only thing that can come out of the top of my head was this. This is what I personally thought about that video. Extremely tacky. And whoever put this video together through this Para Breakdown, in my opinion, you're pretty damn inept. And believe you me, pal, I'm being really nice about this. And yes, you are inept. Now, from what I gathered out of this video, all I gathered out was this. For some odd reason, they got a hard-on for me, you know? They got a bone to pick. I don't know why. I don't even know who these people are. And it seemed to me in the video I was getting a lot of bashing. And what this had to do was the two Sasquatch videos, the trail cam videos that I posted, okay? This inept person or persons keep claiming that this trail cam video is a bear. Okay, like I said, I watched the whole video. And he assumed remarks such as, where he was comparing our video to the ones that he put up there, side by side, you know what I'm saying? And he said, and he assumes things, making statements such as, let's see, how'd it go? Oh, how do we know when these videos were taken? He leaves no date or no time. How do we know where they were taken? He doesn't explain that. He doesn't even tell anybody where he's at. All right, okay. I got an answer for all the above. I'm going to make it perfectly clear right now. I'm going to clarify everything, okay? Want your answers? You're going to get them right now. The two videos. Oh, yeah, okay. The two trail cam videos. The first one was taken late December of 2016. The second one was taken late January 2017. The difference between the two was approximately 3 to 4 weeks apart. Same vicinity, same activity area. Okay, where was that at? The Sierras. And we've been conducting our research here in the Sierras for years. Myself personally, I've told you I've been at this since '67. I have been up and down the Sierras, 300 or 400 miles worth of it. Okay. Now, so there's your dates and your times. Now, and he also says in this, look at his film. Look at the raindrops. That's right, those are raindrops. He's not in no deep winter. He's somewhere it's warm because it's raining. Okay. Got an answer for that one too, pal. It's this. Anybody that knows anything of the Sierras, especially this winter, and yes, indeed, this was a long winter, and man, it still ain't over. The higher elevations we can't even get to. It's all packed with snow. At that time period, once in a while, we got a combination of rain and snow. So when you see the raindrops, well, hell yes, it was raining, duh. But it also, after the rain, it snowed. It snowed 90% of the time more than it did rain. Okay? Were we in a deep winter? Hell yes. Now, before those trail cam videos were taken, every time we hang up our cameras, we always investigate the area. I look for evidence. It has to be the most appropriate place that you just might get lucky enough to get something on film. Okay? It takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of knowledge to get it down right. I've had a lot of years to get it down right. And that's what those videos were, was a product of good teamwork. During that time period, and it's just not coming from me, Garland will tell you the same thing. Every one of my team members would testify to the same thing. Before those were taken, absolutely across the board, 100%, not a damn sign of any bear. Points in between, no sign or evidence of any bear. After the fact, no signs or evidence of any bear. Up to date as right now, no signs or facts of any bear. Therefore, those videos, they're not a damn bear. Those are the real thing. Now, then what he did is he took the video of ours, and he took it side by side next to a bear. Now, the ones who viewed this, you know what I'm talking about. And he went like this, and I'm going to tell you right now, folks, if you have seen this video, and if you haven't, I'm going to tell you right now, when he put them up side by side, if you cannot see the difference, I saw the difference in a heartbeat. And like, I don't know what a frickin' bear looks like. Well, let me tell you, you guys there at the Para Breakdown, me and Garland have gotten a lot of bear from time to time on our trail cams. That's a fact. Amongst a few other mammals. And that's a fact. And as if we don't know the difference between distinguishing that between something that's not. See, what I'm saying is I'm not the one inept. You are. And then he went and did this and blended in together like, see, it's a bear. I'm sorry, pal. It's not no goddamn bear. I'm telling you, it's not a bear. I don't know what your thing is. Like I said, you got some kind of heart on about me for some reason. What you need to do is quit watching my videos. Go bother someone else. That's what you need to do.
Go do some research.
That's right. And let me kind of finish it off with this, where he says he doesn't tell us where he's at. I just did. I told you the Sierras. Am I going to tell you exactly in the Sierras where? Hell no. Hell no. I'll take that to my grave. You see, I'm like this. I keep this as a secret for several reasons and several reasons only. And I hold this secret. I expect my colleagues to hold the same secret. Garland knows this. My sponsor knows this. Anybody that's come out here as a team, they know this. My secret goes to our graves because you ain't never going to know. Now, number one, I do it this way because it assures us that the squatches that we do research on will never, ever become of any kind of human harm. In other words, you can't hunt them. You're not going to find them. And there's no way, shape, or form that you could find any way to disrupt their habitat or anything else. Why is that? Because you don't know where they're at. Because I'm not going to tell you. Secondly, we also do this for a reason, is this. If I told people where I was at, Now, there would be people out there that would try to hoax us. That's a fact. And, or would set us up for a hoax. You see? So, the fact that you don't know where we're at any given time, and you don't know where our squatches are at, you can't hoax us. You see? So, it allows us to do a pure stream flow of good research. Okay? That's why I perform it that way. Now, but one thing I will say, hey, look it, pal, because I don't know your name and I don't know who you are. The one I'm talking to, folks, the rest of you folks out there, is these people that call themselves Para Breakdown. You know, the inepts. I know what you're up to, and it's not going to work, okay? I got too many viewers out there that do believe in my research and do believe in what I do. And like I said, obviously you have a problem. But one thing I will say, I like the way you did do that with the videos, because whether you realized it or not, you kind of helped us out.
Thanks, buddy.
Because you could see it like night and day, dude. You can see the difference. If you're using this on people that are half blind or just don't have an observing eye, well, you're gonna manipulate them. But the ones that are not like that, you'll never manipulate them. And I will say this: if there are ones out there that do agree with this inept group, I like using that word, I got a suggestion for you. If that's what you think that this video represents the bear, what you need to do is go see an eye doctor, get yourself a pair of glasses, and then you come on back and then you review that video again. Then see what you say. See what you see then. Well, and I must say, you must look pretty sad walking around with your own foot in your mouth. But better you than me. So, I'm not going to talk about this subject no more. As far as I'm concerned at this point in time, I said what I had to say. It's all spilt milk now, water under the bridge, life goes on. I'm that type. See, I move on. A joker like this, I gotta guess right now he ain't gonna let this go. But you know what, pal? If I were you, just let the damn thing go. All right? Because you're not hurting us. You're not hurting me. But the only thing you're really doing is making yourselves look fucking stupid. So, that being said and done, we're about ready to start hitting our full-blown research again here, folks. So, get ready, man. Especially as spring hits and summer comes around. Better stock up on the popcorn and put them sodas in the cooler. And brew, whatever you need. We're going to give you some hell of videos. So, until next time, y'all take care. You know Dan, gotta go.